The Ku Klux Klan have been passing out flyers around Starkville. Find out how this is affecting the Mississippi State campus and students' views on diversity.
And later, see how MSU students set the rivalry with Ole Miss aside for a better cause and how fans came from both sides together for a memorable event. The Maroon Report starts now.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Maroon Report. I'm Ian Reed.
And I'm Mariel Traylor. With the news of the Ku Klux Klan roaming around Starkville, MSU is not worried about a few flyers. Taylor Green tells us how the school takes pride in diversity.
Mississippi State University prides itself in its diversity. The Holmes Cultural Diversity Center has multiple organizations from the Black Student Association and the LGBTQ Union that help include students in everyday Mississippi State activities. Assistant Director of the HCDC, Rashida Forbes, said Mississippi State has the right to take pride in their diversity.
And taking in consideration the diversity of Mississippi State University, we have over 85 different countries represented here on Mississippi State campus, and we also have the largest enrollment of African American students than any other school in the SEC. So one of the reasons why Mississippi State prides itself on this diversity is because of our efforts and our initiatives to ensure that we're recruiting a diverse population here at Mississippi State.
Some students believe the school does a wonderful job at being inclusive for everyone on campus.
It kind of seems like everyone here is like one big family and everyone is friends with everyone.
People just come together on their own for the most part.
While other students think the school can do a little better.
Not being a minority student, I think it's harder for me to kind of understand where the students come from. It's tough.
Like they need to try to involve all different ethnicities.
In the past few weeks, Ku Klux Klan flyers have been found around Starkville and on Mississippi State campus. One student, Connor Booth, found one, but he says doesn't feel threatened yet.
Not threatened just because they're flyers. I'll start to feel threatened when I start to see members on campus handing out flyers because now they're too scared to hand them out in person.
Vice President of Student Affairs, Isaac Elias Jr., says only the students can control how this affects campus.
I think that as a student body, we have ultimate control over how much that all this stuff is going on affects our campus. And so in the days to come, I guess we're going to find out. So,
for the Maroon Report, I'm Taylor Green.
A local Starkville boutique holds their Christmas fashion show. Style Revel held a fashion show Tuesday night. Lady Weeks, the owner of Style Revel, says they hold the fashion show every year to show their customers the new clothes in the store for the winter season and to help increase revenue for local shops during the holiday season. The store closed early in the day of the show, then reopened after the show for a late night shopping spree with 20% off discount. Weeks says that even though most of the customers are students, holiday shopping is steady.
We always hope that they'll shop local. I feel like there's more of a local shopping atmosphere here just because we don't have any of the bigger stores that are, really close. But yeah, our business kind of dwindles a little bit during Christmas because all of our main customer is students and they go home, but it's still good, still really good. So.
Coming up, we talk with the head of the Finance and Economics Department here at MSU. He has a few tips on how students can manage their money effectively. Stay with us.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
With graduation season approaching, hundreds of students are preparing to start their post-college careers. Reporter Bobby Thomas has some tips on how to spend and save money wisely.
Hundreds of students will graduate from MSU in just a few weeks with degrees that will qualify them for well-paying jobs. Dr. Highfield, head of finance and economics at MSU, says that self-control is key to having financial success.
College students typically struggle with living at very meagerly means for a large part of their college career, and so they get a new job and they're ready to go out and buy things that they've been waiting for years to have. My first piece of advice is don't do that. One of the first things you need to do is make sure that you build up what we call a safety net.
A safety net is saving 3 months of your expenses for emergency situations. While it may seem harmless to go out to eat with a couple of friends, if you don't have a budget, it can end up hurting you more than you think. The other huge financial downfall of students? Debt. The average student hikes up about $4,000 of debt each year.
You're more likely to not finish college due to burden of debt than you are to not finish college because of grades. Nationwide, more students quit school every year because they basically get themselves in over their head, not only through tuition and student loans, but also through their credit card debt.
It is important to make smart decisions with your money now so you won't have to end up paying for it down the road. For the Maroon Report, I'm Bobby Thomas.
Taking a look at weather, we warmed up into the 80s today and we can expect another warm day tomorrow. But then it will cool off quite a bit for the weekend. For sunny skies and a high right around 80 degrees on Friday, there's a 40% chance for some rain Friday night. Saturday and Sunday will be more than 20 degrees cooler than tomorrow. We'll still have the sunshine, but Saturday's high will only be in the 59. Then on Sunday, the high will be closer to the mid-50s. The overnight low on Saturday night will drop down to the freezing mark. We should warm back up into the 60s for the rest part of the next week. American Pickers, the popular antique and collectibles show from the History Channel, is making its way to Mississippi. Show hosts Mike Wolf and Frank Fritz will be traveling around the state looking for collectors and collections this winter. Producers are currently selecting locations and are asking for leads on possible collections to feature in the series. Those with collections for leads on a possible antique or collector's location are encouraged to contact the production company with details as the show begins shooting over the coming months.
When we come back, Alex Fenton will sit down with Lisa Pritchard, who is Mississippi State's mascot handler. Stay with us.
I'm Jenny Garth, and as a mother of 3, I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. But here in America, that is a real worry for 1 in 5 children. Even though we are one of the most food-rich countries in the world, 15 million children don't know where their next meal is coming from. This is unacceptable, and something the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks is working to solve. Instead of accepting that our country lets billions of pounds of surplus food go to waste every year, Feeding America has made it their mission to help families in need by rescuing this food. Through food pantries and meal programs, the nationwide network of food banks provides more than 3 billion meals, serving virtually every community in the United States, including yours. Join me in supporting Feeding America and your local food bank by visiting feedingamerica.org. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
And I can't change, even if I try.
keeps me warm. She 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 keeps me warm.
We are neighbors and best friends.
I love my sister.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Our family is no less than any other family.
Welcome back to the Maroon Report. We go to Alex Fenton over at our interview desk, ready to tell us more about MSU's mascot.
Thanks, Ian. Today I'm here with Lisa Pritchard, Bully's mom. Everybody knows Bully, he's famous around Starkville. So Lisa, can you tell me just a little bit of the history of becoming Bully's mom and how it happened?
I started working at the veterinary school in 1993, and with that job opportunity also came taking care of the Mississippi State mascot. At that time, he was not owned by the university, he was owned by a Mississippi State alum. I went and picked him up from his alumni owner and brought him in, cleaned him up, went to a home football game, and then he went right back home. So in 99, early 2000, I went to our athletic director, Larry Templeton, and I was like, look, why doesn't Mississippi State own their own dog? And he's like, I don't know, good question. And I said, well, it's the face of Mississippi State. You know, it needs to be out there. People need to see it. People need to know what's going on, you know, and they need to be able to say, I've seen Bully, I've touched Bully, I've played with Bully. And he's like, that's a great idea. Go find me a dog. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I went to work I wanted a puppy, and I wanted one that I could raise from a puppy to do this job, because it's not an easy job. So it took me about 18 months. No, sir. I found a lady in Waynesboro, Mississippi, who had a descendant of Bully 15, 16, and 17, and she brought that puppy in. He walked in the front door of the vet school like, I'm here, look at me. And it just went from there. So, and he immediately came to live with me at that time.
And it was
history. Yeah.
So this is the 21st Bulldog, correct?
Right.
And so some of your daily responsibilities of, you know, game day, like you were telling me, and visiting, you know, nursing homes or assisted livings.
We do, of course, all football games, both home and away. We do pictures pregame. We ride around the golf cart, you know, greeting all the fans and everything. We do home basketball games, both men and women. I do some volleyball, some softball until the weather gets a little hot. We go to area elementary schools, kindergarten, things like that. We, like when they have letter day, spirit day, anything like that, we go in and hang out. We do some assisted living facilities. That probably is the most rewarding to me, other than being the face of Mississippi State. Seeing those elderly people just light up when we walk in the door is awesome to me.
Oh, I bet that's incredible.
It is, it really
well,
is.
thanks, Lisa and Bully, for joining us here today, and that's it.
Thanks, Alex. Coming up on the Maroon Report, see how MSU students set the rivalry with Ole Miss aside for a better cause. We have that story plus more after the break.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who do something, the people who take action, are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making home affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
I adopted Bento in 2010 from a shelter. As it turns out, we have very similar personalities. And this cat makes me make art because he's always motivating me to take pictures of him, to draw pictures of him. He just is motivating artistically. It's just that simple. Well, he's my best friend, but a lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
Hi, everyone. Momentum is everything in sports. Just ask the 2016 Golden State Warriors. Much like a 5 or 7 game series in any other sport, volleyball can and does produce very similar and very drastic momentum swings. Case in point, last night in Newell Grissom. After falling behind 2-0 against rival Ole Miss, the first of those, a 25-9 drubbing, Mississippi State came back to take the final 3 sets and the match. State won the final 3 sets 25-18, 25-17, and 15-8. The comeback from down 0-2 was the first of its kind since 2009. More importantly, it was a 3rd straight win over Ole Miss.
We just put three games back to back to back, which is what we've had trouble doing. 3 great games in a row. We've had trouble with that. So that should give us a lot of confidence, and Arkansas's coming in here playing really, really well. Since they upset us at their place, or they don't think it's an upset, since they beat us, they've been playing really solid. So we've got to enjoy this one, but we've got to remember parts of it because this is how we need to play on Sunday.
62, 43, 49. They're not Powerball numbers, they're point totals. As in the point totals, 10th ranked Mississippi State women's basketball have allowed their first 3 games. We'll talk about them here in just a minute. The men's basketball team also currently undefeated, but they are playing Central Florida right now in the Charleston Tip-Off Classic. The most interesting thing to note about that tournament, and we'll update you on the score here in just a little bit, they could face defending national champion Villanova in the championship game on Sunday. All right, now here's the thing. Mississippi State football is no further away from bowl eligibility than they were 2 weeks ago. If you want to throw out what happened in Tuscaloosa last weekend. The 51-3 loss to Alabama was the worst in the Dan Mullen era and put State at 4-6. We'll talk about the Bulldogs football team here in just a little bit, but how about Dak Prescott? An 8th straight win last weekend. This time coming at Heinz Field against the Pittsburgh Steelers in a game that featured 2 lead changes in the final 53 seconds. Prescott and the Cowboys have now won 8 straight, and thanks to the Patriots' loss on Sunday night, Cowboys are now the top team in the NFL. Next up for the Cowboys will be the Baltimore Ravens. Ariel, will send it back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Derek. MSU and Ole Miss came together for the 3rd annual Egg Bowl football game on Monday. Reporter Lauren Sawyer tells us how the event united students for both schools for a great cause.
MSU hosted its 3rd annual Unified Egg Bowl Monday night. The Palm Squad and other organizations participated in the event. Coordinator Jim Begue says that the football event is designed to bring together Mississippians over their most divided sports rivalry.
Well, the Unified Egg Bowl gives us an opportunity to pair our athletes with students from Mississippi State and from Ole Miss. And that fosters inclusion and understanding, and it builds friendships that last beyond the field.
The Egg Bowl took place at the Recplex Intramural Fields. Tailgating before the game and vendors being there gave the event a realistic football atmosphere. During halftime, fans participated in the Mannequin Challenge, a viral challenge on social media.
They really enjoy seeing a cannon being fired. We fire it every time they score. We do push-ups for them. They really get a kick out of that. So if we can be out here anytime we can, make their day, that'd be nice. So.
Intramural sports representative Darren Wolf was the scorekeeper during the game and helped coordinate this event.
They come together and play, and it's just a way to get our Special Olympics involved and our unified athletes involved.
Mississippi State defeated Ole Miss, ending the game in a 42-10 victory. The event has raised more than $20,000 for Special Olympics Mississippi. For the Maroon Report, I'm Lauren Sawyer.
Yeah, love to see that. Definitely love to see that type of event.
Me too. That's all we have for the Maroon Report. Have a great weekend.